My son had just turned 31. On December the 19th of last year, the 12th of January this year, he was killed in a collision on the highway. He died and left a 7-year-old. So it leaves a lot of families in grief.
As the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims was observed on Sunday, these were the stories shared by bereaved parents who unfortunately lost their loved ones in road accidents. Highlighting the devastating and lifelong effects vehicular road accidents leave behind, Ian Reynolds, who lost his son this year, and Lucille Bacchus, whose 2 children died in a road crash in 1996, both share the pains they continue to feel and the never-ending recovery from those tragedies. The grieving parents were present on Sunday at the Remembrance Day observance, a collective effort with the Ministry of Home Affairs, Traffic Department of the Guyana Police Force, and the National Road Safety Council. This year, there was an awareness motorcade which began at Turkine, Greater Georgetown, and ended up at the National Stadium in Providence. At this annual event, there were the appropriate acknowledgements and honors to those who lost their lives on the country's roadways. Still in pain from losing his son, Ian Reynolds called for first aid to be taught to every Guyanese so that in the event of an accident, persons without the knowledge to render medical assistance would be a thing of the past. He stressed that drivers' education should be taught in schools and appealed to drivers to slow down on the roadways.
We want our children. You don't know the pain you're inflicting on us. And not only us, your family have to go through. If you die, think about what your family will do. We're suffering. After 25 years, I am still grieving, and I don't think I will go to my grave with this pain.
Delivering remarks at the event, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony revealed that male drivers account for most of the accidents reported locally. Anthony said that the data also reveals that men, commonly between the ages of 25 to 45, were found to be driving under the influence of alcohol.
When we go through the stats, you would see that among the persons who died or involved in these fatal accidents, about 4 males to maybe 1 female when you look at the stats. So more males end up in these fatal accidents than female.
The health minister pleaded for drivers to use the roadways safely. He stated that based on data, even though accidents might not be fatal in many cases, those involved in a crash develop a disability post the accident. Also on Sunday, Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben received the Decade of Action for Road Safety Plan, a United Nations UN initiative which has set a 50% reduction rate in road-related deaths and injuries for the next decade. He too pleaded with drivers to be more responsible. However, Minister Ben urged those in high powers to let justice run its course uninterrupted with regards to accidents cases.
It is important that even when we think we might have influence, it might be our friend, it might be somebody in authority, and all of those things, that we too are accountable under the laws, and that we should not unnecessarily intervene in issues which would bring the entire system, the entire culture, the carrying out of our tasks to reduce the impacts of road deaths, road accidents.
There has been 88 accidents for the year, which represents a 29% decrease when compared to 2020. Just 4 days ago, a young couple died in a horrific road crash at Caledonia on the East Bank Demerara Public Road. The young woman was said to be pregnant at the time. Reporting for the HGP Nightly News, Amel Griffith.